welcome. My name is Example. Welcome to the I Am Example podcast. Here we're going to inspire you. We're going to motivate you. We're going to push you. We're going to build you. Any obstacle that you ever encountered, you can overcome by believing in yourself. And here you're going to discover that strength. We're going to teach you how to hustle. We're going to teach you how to grind. We're going to teach you about all those things. Keep it locked in and stay tuned. Welcome to the I Am Example podcast, and I'm your host, Example. If you're trying to reach us, you can email us at iamexample456@gmail.com, and there you can get advice, opinion. You can give opinions, recommendations, pointers, anything that you feel that you need to bring to our attention. And you also can follow us on Instagram at _am_example456, and there you can get your daily motivations, inspirations, and hustler motivations, and because we're going to push you to get to the money by any means necessary, except for illegal means. We don't do that, you dig? You also can follow us on the YouTube channel at I Am Example 456, and you also can like, share, and subscribe, and comment in the comment section, have a dialogue amongst each other, get other people's opinions, and just chop it up there, you dig? So we're going to jump right into it, and the example of the week is Steve Harvey. Now, I really admire Steve Harvey for the simple fact that I've seen him come a long way, or I watched him come a long way since he was a host at the Apollo, and he had his other show and all those other things to his shows. He was on the, when I really knew he was about to blow was when he was on the original Kings of Comedy show. But to hear his story and how he started selling insurance, and he worked in a plant and quit his plant job, and how his father always told him, if you want to be something, you have to make it happen. You can't depend on other people to make it happen, and you have to be consistent with it, and don't let nobody deter you from your dreams. You see the pattern of how passionate people are, and how driven people can become, and how great they can become if they just believe in themselves and keep trying and don't care what anybody else saying. You understand? Steve Harvey was sleeping in his car. Steve Harvey done been through 3 marriages. Like, you have to understand that you're going to go through obstacles, and that's what makes you human. But you're supposed to learn from those obstacles. You're supposed to learn how to move, and you're also supposed to learn how to take calculated risks and calculated steps. And you won't know how to take calculated steps if you don't have no blueprint before you. You understand? And I love the way Steve Harvey has grown his TV show, his talk show. He's the host of Family Feud. Everybody watches Family Feud, I'm sorry. But you know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to be persistent and consistent towards your dream. He always said that he wanted to be on TV. And now he got 3 shows on TV, like, and a radio show, and 2 best-selling books. Like, it just goes on and on and on. So you have to learn how to be driven, and you have to learn what you want and what's in your destiny and what's in your path to grow or to walk. So many people get deterred, and so many people take into consideration what somebody else say that won't even have an impact 5 minutes from now. But you're so fascinated with their opinion of what you're doing and what's laid out for you and what's in your destiny. You shouldn't let that deter you into striving for your dreams and striving for what's the best for you. And that's going to jump us right into the subject matter, which is God's plan. You dig? I'm not the most religious person in the world. I'm not. Very spiritual, but not as religious. Oh, I hate saying that word. You know what I'm saying. I'm not the most religious person in the world. So I'm very spiritual. So I'm not the one to say what's, your God's plan or your God's intentions and stuff like that. But you have to be able to look within yourself and determine what's God's plan. Again, God can be Allah, it could be Buddha, it could be God, it could be Jesus, whoever you pray to for your comfort. You have to understand that God's plan was placed in you. Your destiny is God's plan. Your greatness is God's plan. So let's break it down. So you going to sit here and tell me that your God that you pray to don't want you to have the best? And then when you're suffering, it's God's plan for you to suffer? I don't understand that. I thought it was God's intention, whoever God you pray to, again, I'm not being blasphemous to any God, but I always thought it was God's intention for you to be prosperous, for you to be the best person that you can be and share it amongst the world. That's what I always thought that God's intention was. Whatever you feel is your purpose, or whatever drives you and whatever you find comfort in doing is God's plan. And I'm not no preacher. I say this again. I am not no preacher. I am not no pastor. I am not no bishop. But I do believe that there is greatness in everyone, and it is up to everyone to utilize that greatness. And when you're not utilizing that greatness, you are being lazy. It is a simple fact. If you want something out in this world, you're going to have to go get it. You're going to have to strive to get it. It is not going to be given to you. You are going to take the bumps, the bruises, and the scars, and the cuts, and whatever. The gunshot, no. Take that back. Ain't no gunshot wounds. But you're going to face some opposition. You are going to face some confrontations. You're going to face some disappointments. But are you going to let that stop you from achieving what can potentially be the greatest achievement in your life, which is fulfilling your God's plan for you and your God's purpose for you? And I know you probably sitting back like, well, X, how do you find God's purpose? What gives you fulfillment? If it's teaching kids, that's your purpose. If it's working out, that's your purpose. If it's talking on the mic, trying to get through to somebody, just putting your shot out there, that's your purpose. If it's being a boss, that is your purpose. But on the flip side of that, if you're living your purpose, you are going to be your boss, your own boss. Because you're always going to see, well, this shouldn't be done this way, it should be done this way. You understand? And it should be done this way because I've experienced and that's how I look at things. You're always going to have a different perspective when it comes to your purpose. It can always be enhanced. It can always be grown. It can always be redeveloped and developed. You're always going to look at your purpose, or you're going to always look at what brings you fulfillment as that it can grow into something greater. You know what I'm saying? You can start out being a tutoring for $15 an hour, and then turn around and have a whole daycare to yourself. Because you learning the ropes, and you like, well, I can't just stop tutoring. I can have a whole program. I can have a whole school going and moving in that direction. You understand? What's your passion? What's your wish? What's your drive? That's how you're going to fulfill what's your God's plan, because it's already written in you. You can't do it for the money. You understand? Now, when I discovered at a real young age that I wanted to be a boss. Like a boss. Don't answer to nobody boss. You understand? Now, that's God's plan. He didn't say, well, X, go do it this way, go do it that way. I say, well, as many seeds as I plant, eventually I'm gonna have a forest, and I'll be able to dictate on how that forest is producing and how that fruit that's grown in that forest can be sold. That was my thing from That was my passion from the very beginning. I wanted to be a boss. It didn't matter on what. I never wanted to answer to anybody. You understand? And they said, well, you're always going to have a boss. Not when you're the CEO. You're going to have partners. You're not going to have a boss. You understand? Yeah, it's going to be somebody that you have to answer to, and you're going to have to grow, especially if you didn't have a business that was already developed or passed down to you. You're going to have to work to get there to be a CEO, or you could just jump out the window and just say, well, I'm going to just go sell these hot dogs and be my own boss and be my own CEO. There's nothing wrong with that. You understand? But a lot of the times, a lot of us are still feeling around in the dark and trying to figure things out. So we gonna have to work for somebody to get where we want to be. But you should never lose sight of where you want to be and where you want to go. And everybody might not be a boss. Everybody might not have plans on being the top dog. You understand? And that's okay. But I firmly believe if you find your purpose, if you find your passion, it's going to lead you to leadership roles. It's going to lead you to being a boss. It's going to lead you to being the top dog somewhere, shape, or form. Although they may say that you might be a manager, you're still perfecting the learning what's God's plan for you. And I honestly believe that a lot of managers, even at Wendy's and McDonald's, they don't intend to be managers. I just think they're just doing it to get by. They're not fulfilling their full-blown passion. I don't think their passion was that position that they're in. But so many people are so scared to just shoot a shot on taking a chance in themselves. I'd rather bet on myself than anybody else. Let me tell you a story of my right-hand man, my best friend, was playing, we was playing Madden in college. So he was playing Madden and he was like, alright, Axel, bet on me. I was like, alright. So I bet on him and he lost the game. I was like, yo, for all that, as bad as you lost, I should have played. And I always took that with me, and I was like, yo, if I'm a bet on somebody, I can bet on me. I know that I can't let me down, and I know if I let me down, I did give my best, so I did try my best. You understand? So who better to bet on than yourself? No matter how small the bet is, no matter if you just starting out doing nails or cleaning, massaging, whatever you choose to do. But what's more important, or who more would you bet on than yourself, or take a chance on than yourself? Nobody else gonna take a chance on you. Some people might take a chance on you, but then they're gonna use it as leverage, like, well, I gave you a chance, so you got to look out for me. You understand? So I'm gonna give you 3 steps on how to figure out what's your God's plan. First, you have to look for what gives you a peace of mind. What you can do all day with losing a sense of time. That's your peace of mind. If you want to watch TV all day and stuff, like, so what do you like watching on TV? And why you like watching that? If you like watching reality TV on TV, then what you gotta do to be in reality TV? You know what I'm saying? It's a simple thing. If you like being entertained, then what do you like entertaining you? What do you enjoy entertaining? What do you enjoy doing? If you like watching ESPN, so why can't you be a commentator on ESPN? Or why you can't give an opinion on what's going on ESPN? The internet has leveled the playing field, so there's no excuses. There's no, I'm sitting at home, no, you're sitting at home not wanting to do what you're passionate on doing. It's a difference. You dig? The second step is try productive things. Get out of your comfort zone. Once you realize what you're good at doing, what you love to do, get out there and try. Get you a laptop. If you got a cell phone, you got a recorder on the cell phone. And almost all cell phones are being able to be hooked up to a laptop or a computer, or you can download an app to do whatever you intend to do or you're trying to do. You can upload right to YouTube from your cell phone. There's no excuses. But you have to get out of your comfort zone and just sitting on the couch, watching TV, or sitting on the couch, looking at your phone, looking at social media. You have to do something. You have to shake and move and do something. Yeah, we all fall in that rabbit hole of let me just sit out here and be on social media in the bed, just killing time and stuff. We all do that, but you have to be able to branch away from that and at least try some. You dig? And the number 3 spot, the last but greatest step on finding what's your God's plan, is you have to have faith in the unknown. You are going to be tempted so many times. You are going to be scared so many times, especially if you always worked a job for your whole life. You always had that check coming in, that reliable check or whatever. You are going to be scared. Taking a chance on yourself is some of the scariest things you will ever do. But you have to have faith, yo. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith on what you're capable of doing and what you're capable of accomplishing. You understand? If you don't have faith in you, nobody else is going to have faith for you. If you don't push yourself, nobody else is going to push you. You understand? So you have to learn these things. You have to cultivate these things, and you have to build on these building blocks. You dig? So the first one is you have to look for what brings you peace and what you're doing with your time and why you're doing it. Why are you doing that with your time? And then you have to try productive things. Get out of your comfort zone and utilize what you learn or what you came to realize is your peace of mind. And then you have to have faith in the unknown. You're going to need to understand that it's a scary thing branching off from what you're accustomed to. It's a scary thing getting out of your comfort zone. You understand? And that's the show for the day, you dig? If you're trying to contact us, you can email us at iamexample456@gmail.com. And there you can get your advice. You can get opinions, pointers, recommendations for example of the week. Again, you also can follow us on Instagram at I_am_example456. And there you can get your daily motivations, inspirations, hustlers, pushers, you dig? You also can follow us on YouTube at I Am Example YouTube channel, and you can go there, like, share, and subscribe, and dialogue in the comment section and give your opinions there also. And don't forget, determine what's God's plan for you and what's your peace of mind and what you are placed here to do. You have a bigger purpose than just sitting on the couch watching TV, yo. You have a bigger purpose than just coming home, drinking, and going out on weekends. You have a bigger purpose, yo. And it's up to you to utilize that purpose. All right, I'm out of here. 1.